And launching on January 11th, we have Yucatan, and this plays 2 to 4 players and takes about 45 to 60 minutes to play. And this is the one that I'm most excited about for this week, and for that reason, it's going to be my pick of the week. And one of the reasons that I'm so excited about this one is because it's designed by Guillaume Montage, who is also the designer of Kemet. And I think this will get compared to Kemet and other games in that genre, but I think what really stands this one apart is that it has a shorter playtime and it's a lot simpler and easy to get out on the table. There's not a whole lot of rules or components for this game, but I think the package it offers is really tight, and one of the really exciting aspects of it is that it involves human sacrifice. Unlike Kemet, this one does not take place in an Egyptian theme, but instead it has a Mayan theme, and players are going to be trying to appease the gods, and in order to do that, you're going to have to make many sacrifices. The pictures on the BGG page aren't the greatest, so I'm just going to go over to this video and use that as an image. But each player is going to be getting their own player board, which represents their player's clan, and it's going to represent the city along with the war chiefs and the high priests, as well as the troops that you're going to be building up throughout the game. You're going to be using this board to upgrade those different actions, and some of these actions you can perform are making human sacrifices, or if you're not interested in that, you can also build up your troops to control different areas on the map, and doing that will gain you resources, which you can then use to grow your city and get more powerful and make human sacrifices, and then win the favor of the gods and temporarily summon powerful mythical creatures. Players can also take prisoners, which they can sacrifice to earn power from the gods, and players will fight against each other as well. And when you do that, it's simply the player with the highest strength that wins, but you're also going to be able to play one card, which will have a strength on it as well as a special ability, and each card can only be used once per game. And any sacrifices that you make are actually worth more earlier in the game, so you really want to get on that as soon as possible. Of course, you can still make sacrifices later, but you'll just have to do more to get that same reaction from the gods. And throughout the game, there's basically 3 different stats that you're going to be upgrading that will allow you to potentially unlock more powerful actions in those specific areas. And the first one is fighting, and then the second is summoning, and the third is building. And a really great way to get ahead on that is to try and make more sacrifices in the current round than you did in the previous round, because you actually get some additional bonuses if you're able to do that. But for this one, I don't think they have the campaign page up yet, but you can go ahead and subscribe on their website if you want to get notified. And there's also a bunch of really cool images here showing some of the miniatures that are going to be showcased in the game, and some of the different creatures that you can summon as well. And the summoned creatures are interesting because they only stick around for a short period of time before they dissipate back into the ether. And I know what you're wondering, can we sacrifice these summoned creatures as well? And the answer is no, definitely not. Human sacrifices only, don't be a monster. I'm really interested to see more on this game. It looks really tight and punchy, and I'm hoping that the whole design comes together really elegantly. My only concern is that I'm not quite sure how much depth there is to the game until I actually see a little bit of gameplay. But it's got a really great designer, so I think it has a really great shot. So if you really like this designer, or if you like these types of games, or if it's just been a really long time since your last solid human sacrifice, you'll definitely want to check this one out.